In the previous video, we discussed techniques and methods for helping our digestive tract and just being able to digest food better. And so with this video, I want to go through those specific foods that will help digestion, also reminding you that eliminating most seed oils, inflammatory foods is going to be the best bet. And if you do feel you are in a place where everything is problematic, then I would highly suggest, instead of wasting your time doing an elimination diet, taking the Viome at-home gut microbiome test, helping them, allowing them to help you, navigate the process, and you can see exactly where you're at, so you can start incorporating foods back into your world and not have them be as problematic. Okay, so I have my list here pulled up because I don't want to forget anything, and you will also have access to this PDF, and we're going to cover all the foods and then also different swaps for healthier digestion. So fermented foods is going to be a go-to, a must-do, and that will include kimchi, sauerkraut, tempeh, kombucha, bone broth, things like that, that will really have so much power in helping your gut health, okay? So if you have specific issues like SIBO, leaky gut, then you definitely need to take this information into consideration, but you definitely need to focus and put this at the top of your list, because you do need to get that all situated to not only feel your best, but also to help aid in all the other areas of wellness. And so if you're struggling with your skin, your mental health, it's all going to be coming down to your gut health, okay? So fermented foods are going to be fantastic. Also in that category is kefir and yogurt. So if you do feel that lactose is an issue, it might be the type of lactose you're consuming. It also, might be beneficial to consider the digestive enzymes to get the power of, the fermentation from the one thing, but then you're going to digest it easier. But you don't have to do all the things, but just keep an open mind at, even if you're having a little bit of something, it's probably going to impact you on a much lesser level, much smaller degree than if you had a full serving and then it's causing all this upset. So I do urge you to, when you do slowly start integrating foods back into your world, having them in small amounts. And that's what allows your body and your gut to get to a healthy place where you're able to eat all the things, because that is the goal. Diversity is key. And if you have slowly started eliminating, and you've just gotten to a place where you're eating the same foods on repeat, and then these foods are triggering, the same issues that all the other foods were, and you feel like I can't eat anything now, then the problem is that you're lacking diversity, and we need to heal it at a much deeper level, but it takes time. There's a strategy to it. So incorporating these little things will help. Prebiotic foods, so garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, bananas, Jerusalem artichokes, chicory root, dandelion greens, again, which is really good for liver health, which is great for our hormones. So although dandelion greens are not my favorite because they are very bitter, you should sprinkle them in your salad when you can, and I'm sure there's other ways to eat them as well. Bone broth is a great thing. I think I said that under fermented, but bone broth is fantastic, and especially if you are doing a 24-hour fast for a gut reset, having bone broth to break your fast is going to be the best thing you can do. And, because again, we're more susceptible for, for insulin spikes prior to, eating our meal. If we're having a 24-hour fast, whatever we eat is going to spike blood sugar. So with bone broth, it's a safe, really good for the gut way of easing into food. Fiber-rich foods, of course. Ginger is great. Turmeric is great. Coconut products, even though that's very controversial, but coconut's good. Aloe vera is really good for the digestive tract. Peppermint is really great. Bone marrow, so again, bone broth. Wild caught fish, So if you're doing salmon, that's going to give you the benefits of the omega-3 fatty acids, blueberries, apple cider vinegar, and fermented tea, which I already said, kombucha. So a lot of benefit there. Now, just some quick, healthy healing, healthier gut swaps. Instead of mayonnaise, swap for avocado mayo. Instead of gluten-free dough, you're going to swap for cauliflower. So a lot of times these gluten-free, and even with gluten, I mean, with using cauliflower, that's a good swap. Instead of fruit juice, swap for fruit. Instead of stevia and Splenda and erythritol, swap for allulose. So allulose is going to be the best sweetener for gut health, and stevia has been shown in a negative light when it comes to gut health, so just in moderation. Instead of bacon, tempeh. Instead of buns and wraps, lettuce cups. Instead of Parmesan cheese, nutritional yeast, and that's also going to give you additional protein. Instead of store-bought low-carb bread, fresh sourdough bread. You can even buy fresh sourdough bread that is gluten-free, FYI. Instead of carbonated diet sodas, because carbonation is actually not that great for your gut and for digestion. Low-sugar kombucha is a great alternative. And instead of cow's milk, almond milk, or coconut milk, ice cream, instead of cream cheese, swap for brie. Instead of apples, swap for berries, and that's more from a blood sugar standpoint. And instead of broccoli and Brussels sprouts, swap for zucchini and asparagus. That's also the FODMAPs, which we're going to get into in the next video. So, and then also in terms of more gut-friendly cheeses, I have swaps in the document for you to look at there as well. So hopefully this is helpful, and we'll see you in the next video.